So you thought about getting a Roban 700 Bell 206 conversion fuselage. So I thought I'd do a little quick review since I just put it together. Got about 20 flights on it. It is a blast. It looks very, very scale and real in the air. It is relatively simple, cheap, 469 bucks. If you've got a Trek 700, this is an old 700E that's in here. If you had a newer, like an X, you could use that. You'd have to put blocks to shim up the bottom probably a little bit. This is a head I had from eons ago. It's the old EFL head instead of the new FL head, which I didn't want to use because the real Jet Ranger, if you look at how high up above the doghouse that head is, that's kind of what it looks like on the real one. Plus I got all silver. It is the new FL grips and arm, but it's the old hub and washout arms, and of course that guy's red, which I can't find a silver one, but you can't really see it when you're flying it anyway. But anyway, this thing, I was wondering before I bought it, how the battery packs were going to work. So there's two 6000 6S packs. They go in not super easy, but it's not that bad. Slide them in through here, through the hoops, which is through the plywood, and then plug it in. It takes that guy down there, which is the 700 scale conversion MD500. Real simple. The canopy right here just comes off, battery slide in, bing bang boom, a couple of screws, you're done. This is a little more work, probably takes all of 45 seconds to put the batteries in. Really not that big of a deal. The Trex 700 fits in this thing extremely well. The boom is attached with screws right here, and in order to get this thing all together, you have to take the boom off. It's quite an exercise in pushing the Trex through it, sliding this thing on so far so that you can get access to the end of it to attach the tail rotor. And by the way, I've switched the tail rotor to this side, which is scale, which is very easy to do. You just basically reverse everything on this thing, and you got to just cut a little aluminum on the arm. It's not a big deal. And then you slide this back forward, and there's 4 screws that hold it down in there. There's these screws here. There's these screws here. There's also 6 screws, 1, 2, 3, and then 4, 5, 6 that hold this on, and then this is a magnetic catch. I fly this thing upside down and do loops and rolls and all kinds of stuff, so I put 2 screws, one there and one there, just to make sure this guy doesn't fly off. The other thing I did is these doors that Roban gives you, it has this little silly latch, which is absolutely useless. I went on, I didn't get them on Amazon, I got them online somewhere. These little magnets, which come with a lot of scale fuselage stuff, but these are smaller, and I augered them in here, and holy smokes, this thing is, it sticks so hard, I'm breaking it when I open it. But, oops, gotta close that guy. So it's really stuck, and you don't even have to latch this. So I got a magnet here, I got 2 there, did that on both sides. That keeps the doors closed, because if these guys fly off, these little pins on these plastic hinges will break, and this goes into the rotor, and down comes the helicopter. So you don't want to do that. I put the Unilite package on this thing, which really makes it look much cooler in the air. I'll turn them on for you. So it's programmable, so I have it on this switch. So right now they're off. If I go up 1 click, I got navs left and right as per scale right there. There's a beacon right there, which is also per scale. There is a anti-collision light, the other nav light, the white one on the back. These are all extremely bright, by the way. These are not the kind of lights that Motion RC sells you. These are high intensity LEDs. And then there's an anti-collision down there, which is also where it is on the real one. And then if I flip this switch up all the way, that guy comes on, which is 8 watt times 2 LED. And they give you the little plywood forms right here. So those little black forms that you see on the left and the right, they give you, they're not black when they give them to you, but they give you those. And then I built the plywood surround and stuck that light in there. And then the floorboards, which are just plywood, I painted those flat black with some paint from Home Depot. That is the Unilite Controller right there, which you can program any number of ways to get whatever sequence of lighting flashing you want. How many bleeps on the anti-collision, what kind of pace the strobe has, or the beacon, which channel, what place on your switch turns the light on, that kind of thing. All that stuff's adjustable. I'm using symmetrical 3D blades, which of course are spinning the wrong way. They're spinning scale, and that way you can fly it upside down, no sweat. This is a lot lighter fuselage than, say, that one. That one flies upside down great as well, but this one's much more nimble in the air because it's lighter. Trying to think what else I can tell you. This windshield comes not attached. I scuffed it all up around there and used epoxy. Used 15-minute epoxy. Don't try it with 5-minute. It actually came out very nice and seems very secure. So these guys, I just put these guys on. I'm sure the first time I take this out and fly it again, I'm going to break those off, but they look awful cool. And I think that's about it. So Roban scale conversion Jet Ranger. Pretty cool. Hope you enjoyed it.